ready?
Yep.
Okay, I'll call to order the meeting of the Greenwood Stormwater Board. It is Wednesday, December 13th, at 4 o'clock. Can we have roll call, please?
David Payne,
Here.
Forrest Sutton.
Here.
Tim McLaughlin.
Here.
Is there a motion for approval of our minutes from the last meeting of November 8th?
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Any discussions about the minutes?
No.
All right, all in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. So this is being approved. All right, I don't see any old business on the agenda, so we'll move to new business. Chris?
Actually, I do have a old business, and I've got my slides out
All right.
of order a little bit, but yeah. So the Green Christian Church, they came to our last meeting to request a public-private partnership for pond improvements. We received an email from them, so they will not be able to accomplish the project as presented, and so I've asked them, hey, to send us something officially, since we can't use this year's funds, they would need to reply next year. So what I'd like to do is to recommend a motion to acknowledge notice from Greenwood Christian Church of its rejection of the offer to enter into the proposed private partnership agreement for the church's pond improvement project, and to authorize staff to send notice to the church in the board's behalf, acknowledgement of the rejection.
I'll make that motion. I'll second that.
Any further discussion?
No, sir.
All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. All right,
Okay, now on to
new business.
Okay, so Ecologic, they are our outside company that continues to do maintenance on our stormwater infrastructure, kind of the native habitats. That is more, say, their expertise. So I provided the board with the proposal from Ecologic for two separate areas. First one would be our native habitat sites, as you can see on the screen. That is the Worsville Pond out by 65 that we're responsible for maintaining. The Honey Creek Triangle, that native prairie, which is actually really starting to pop with color finally after a few years. And we're continuing to work with on the native site around south of the Cummins site. This is I-65. It's a state borrow pit area that we manage and maintain for them as well. So the proposal from Ecologic is to maintain that area for $17,562.38. So I would recommend a motion to approve a contract with Ecologic LLC for green infrastructure and native habitat maintenance services for the 2024 season for Worsville Road Pond, I-65 Pond, and Honey Creek Triangle two-stage ditch in amount not to exceed $17,562.38, and for cattail and fragment treatments for I-65 Pond in an amount not to exceed $8,548.90. Terms and conditions to be determined by the legal department, and to authorize the stormwater superintendent to sign the contract on the board's behalf.
Okay, is there a motion?
I'll make that. I'll second.
Okay, so that third amount, I don't see listed on the paperwork. I see
The $8,548.90.
Yeah, I see.
That would be if we choose to. Actually, I didn't put that in.
Okay,
I think that's, I'm not sure if we're gonna actually enter that part, but I'm gonna just get the approval for that.
are we okay with that as far as the motion?
Yeah, we can, yes, because you can take it out of the contract. I went ahead and did the draft, but if we don't want to do it right now, we can take that out of what we send them for signature. And if we decide to do it later, then we can enter in the contract to do it before the authorized it.
Okay. All right, so a motion and second, any other discussion? All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. All right, carryovers?
Actually, the second amount.
Ecologic.
Just
No,
a second.
Oh.
Ecologic.
Yeah. Okay, so on the screen, you can see this is Serena Way and the dry detention rain garden in front of the library. So in this, it'd be a separate contract. So I recommend a motion to approve a contract with Ecologic for green infrastructure and native habitat maintenance services for 2024 for the Greenwood Public Library, Serena Way areas in an amount not to exceed $29,133.88, and for remediation of the Serena Way beds in an amount not to exceed $9,305.61. Terms and conditions to be determined by the legal department and authorize the stormwater superintendent to sign the contract on the board's behalf. So that would be a total of $38,439.49 for this second.
Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay. So just so that I understand, so that 29,000 is for the area in front of the library. Is that rain
It's-
garden?
It's for maintenance of all the areas, but we're gonna have to also do a remediation in the beds along Serena Way.
Okay, I was just curious.
So it's general maintenance for Serena Way and the rain garden out by the library, but we'll have to do an additional remediation on Serena Way.
Okay, I just, that amount seemed a lot compared to what the other ponds, so, okay. All right, so we have a motion and a second, any other discussion?
No.
All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 Chris, do they take care of the old city park, the native grass in the city park as well?
Yes, yeah, and that's what they do that through the parks.
Okay, thank you.
All right. What's next?
Now we're carryovers.
Okay.
So, and it should have been arrived with the packet. I think we have officially present the 2023 carryover list. It's been reviewed by staff and by finance. It's been presented to the board. Packet.
Yeah.
You know, I recommend that we accept this by the board and the board to sign.
Motion to approve the 2023 carryover list as presented.
I'll make the motion. I'll second the motion.
Doing it here real quick. All right, any other discussion about the carryovers?
No, sir.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, anything else, Chris?
That's all we have for new business.
Okay. Anything from the audience? Anybody on Zoom? Let's do, approach the board.
No.
All right, reports, council.
Nothing other than I formally introduced Terry Swinehart, our new assistant city attorney, to the board, and you may be seeing him from time to time, doing work for the stormwater department and the board.
Well, thank you. Welcome. Thank you. All right, city engineer. No, controller. Billing. All right, Chris.
All right. I just wanted to show the board some excitement we had last week. This was a used oil transport that didn't have their top hatch secured very well, and they hit the brakes and it all burped out, if you will, right there at a roundabout on Warsville and Chic
Oh,
area. So this shut down that intersection for a few hours last week. Luckily, of course, we have fire department and their hazardous response. We're out there. This so happens to be Safety Clean, or their transport, so Safety Clean, which is in the area, they came and did the remediation. So there was some of the area, of course, it was right over a storm drain, so our guys were there expeditiously and, put some booms in, so it did go all the way down Horseville Road. The figure there on the right is the next day, so they had it cleaned up before the rain, and actually we didn't see any rainbow, any sheen on the roadway, but I just wanted to share with the board some of the activities that we had to do, and obviously thank you for the rapid response from the fire department as well.
Had that gotten into the stormwater, how would you have dealt with that? I mean, how do we deal with that?
Well, we would have boomed it off. It would have gone all the way down to that Horseville Road Pond, which is over by 65. We would just have to boom it off in there, and that's why there's an aqua swirl before it goes into the pond. So the aqua swirl would have held it. If it would have gone past that, it would go into the pond. We would have held that at that pond, or blocked off that pond and made the Safety Clean or this transporter would have had to remediate it. Would have had to bring in a frac tank to pull off all the water, or all the contaminated water that was in that pond.
Mm-hmm.
If it would have got into the waterways, then obviously emergency response was notified of this. They were on site, so IDEM was there. But then we would also have to call the national response team, and they would have to go all the way up to EPA if we got into the water system.
Okay.
It could have cost a lot more than what it did.
Okay.
And they're responsible for all of that,
Oh, yeah.
start to finish. I think.
Yep.
Wow.
Start to finish. So, the amount of, I don't know if you can see in that last picture, some of the oil soak pads or booms that we use is, I would say it's negligible. We can still try to reach out to the fire department and see who their company or their insurance was, so we can get reimbursement for that as well.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Actually, we don't have any operation and maintenance managers for this week, so it's just our monthly report. We had 28.48 tons of debris and street sweeping at a cost of $1,395.85. Jetting, we didn't do any jetting this last month. Only had 1 inch of precipitation. The average temperature was not 645, it was 45.02 was the average temperature for the month. We had 278 work orders initiated, 456 completed, 14 requests initiated, 17 completed, 45 BMP inspections. We did some miscellaneous jetting, but not enough to have the dumpster hauled off. So we have 1,470 locates, that's lower, 4 stormwater management permits issued, 41 inspections, 63 ESC permits issued, 137 ESC inspections, 24 hotspots were cleared, and 67 right-of-way inspections. That's all I have.
All right. Well, thank you. Anybody from the mayor's office? Commissioners, you have anything you want to say?
Good.
All right. Is there a motion for approval of our claim dockets?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All right. All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Got the vote. All right. Anything else that needs to come before the board? All right. Wish everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and see you in January. All right. We'll be adjourned at 4:15.